So all the songs I play have a message. So this is to listen.
Nothing so blinding as deception of form. Sight of form means understanding has been obscured. Goal of the curriculum, regardless of the teacher you choose, is know thyself, there is nothing else to seek. This is your part in bringing peace. For you have asked what is your function here, and have been answered. Seek not to change it, nor to substitute another God. This one was given you, only this. Truth is restored to you through your desire, as it was lost to you through your desire for something else. The goal of the curriculum, regardless of the teacher you choose, is know thyself, there is nothing else to see. Or to substitute another God. This one was given you, only goal of the curriculum, regardless of the teacher you choose, is know thyself, there is nothing else to see.
I hear the first few words again.
Nothing so blinding as deception of form. Sight of form means understanding has been obscured.
Oh, did you hear that? Nothing is so blinding as perception of form. The sight of form means the understanding has been obscured. And exactly this desire you spoke about, Anna, is what he's singing about. The truth will be restored to you by your desire, as it was lost by your desire for something else. That's all. It comes back to our mind from our desire. That's all that we need. And we were talking about a maze earlier, Matthew, and it is like being lost in a maze, being here in this world. I certainly felt that way. I thought, how will I come back to truth? Even praying was strange. I thought, really, is there some God or spirit that can hear my prayer? I didn't believe that. Even though I grew up as a Christian, I lived in a little cottage, and it was a cold little house, and I was standing in my kitchen and I was thinking, how is this going to work out? How could I possibly come back to truth? And I felt like I was lost in a maze. And maybe, probably, likely, all of you relate, to this. But this heart's desire is so strong, so we will, and nothing is at random, even this meeting, exactly this constellation, this group here is perfectly planned. It's completely perfectly planned for the healing. Not by us, by Spirit. You can already see the relating themes and topics coming through. But we don't need to figure out the form, We don't have to figure out the form of anything. That is very freeing. And we learn to not put value on form. We let the form will become a blessing, but we need not put any value on the form. That's freedom. And if we feel knocked down by anything, it's because we've had a self-concept that took a hit. Self-concept has pride, like we spoke about. So it will feel hit when something disturbs the self-concept. But underneath, it's something very good, and we don't really truly want the self-concept. It's not who we are. It is something we have been clinging to. But we don't need it. That's why it's so freeing to come together without it, without the mask. It's lovely. So we can freely and happily drop the roles that we have been playing. And this idea of play came through in some of the songs. And in the Course, Jesus says, salvation is a game that happy children play. I love that. That's all it is. It's a little game that happy children play. In fact, I'm gonna look for it.
Yeah, it's like here we are at Camp Awakening.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll go by and seek after this.
Not as asleep as you were before.
Yeah, salvation can be thought of as a game that happy children play. It was designed by one who loves his children. And who would replace their fearful toys with joyous games, which teach them that the game of fear is gone. His game instructions is in happiness. His game instructs in happiness because there is no loser. It's pretty good, huh? There's no loser. Everyone who plays must win. And in his winning is the gain to everyone ensured. The game of fear is gladly laid aside when children come to see the benefits salvation brings.
Yes.
You who have played that you are lost to hope, abandoned by your father, left alone in terror in a fearful world, made mad by sin and guilt, be happy now. That game is over. Now, you need water?
No, something is coming up.
Let it out, sister. Yeah, so you who played it, you were lost to hope, abandoned by your father, left alone in a terror, in a world, made mad by sin and guilt. Be happy now. That game is over. Now a quiet time has come, in which we put away the toys of guilt, and look, our quaint and childish thoughts of sin forever from the pure and holy minds of heaven's children and the Son of God. We pause but for a moment more to play our final happy game upon this earth. He says this course is a beginning, not an end. And so we're in the beginning of this game of salvation. I think you can call it a game because it isn't real, it's reality is beyond form. So it's like a happy dream, a healed world that we experience and once we have forgiven. So healing is crucial. We go through healing, talk about healing here, to invite the healing that is ready, the mind is ready for. So it's a letting go of control to allow it to happen. Is there a topic or a question or a theme that anyone would like to explore further?
I just feel like we have to have fun within the dream.
What did you say?
We have to have fun within the dream.
We have. It is fun. It's true fun.
Yeah,
Awakening is
yeah.
true fun.
Yeah, true fun. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. That's what it's about, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah. Because it's been a place of being lost, not knowing where happiness is. It's been seeking in the wrong place.
This is the right place.
This is a good place. Do you have a topic?
Mm-hmm.
Do you have something? Topic? The dog.
No, my dog.
Is she?
Actually, she didn't come to mind.
No, she came to mind. Yeah.
Came to your mind.
Hmm. I think she's here. I think
Is she?
No, she is on the altar. She's with the Holy Spirit.
Oh, I see.
Mhm.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I was talking with Anton today,
Mm.
and he was asking me about my journey and leaving my job and everything, and I was sharing about how the idea of coming to Spain for a period of time is out there, and that I just am kind of open, handing it over, and just saying, Holy Spirit, you have to arrange this for me in terms of Maggie. What happens with her, when and how, and that's fine. Like I'm okay with that. I'm okay with
The
that.
Holy Spirit is too.
Yeah. Well, then I'm excited to see how this is going to turn out.
When you go to Spain for 3 months, I go for a week.
Oh, okay. Oh, you can't just go for a week.
It's a good plan.
It's not a, yeah, for
Funny.
sure. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Say that again.
You can do that. It's a good plan. Yeah.
I can do it.
I'll keep you posted. Yeah, I'm just at that point where I'm just, I think I'm pretty wide open to whatever is meant to come. It's just kind of got to that point in my life where I feel that it's time for something, some kind of shift, something needs to present itself. Or
I've worked with several people who had dogs, who had dog attachment.
Okay.
They were very, they were really in love with their dogs.
Mm-hmm.
One man in Stockholm, he had a dog named Sarah, and he loved his dog so much. But on his journey, it was like he needed to take his next steps. He felt the calling. As we joined, we talked about the dog and felt like he released the dog to the Holy Spirit. And the next day, he took the dog to the vet, and the dog died.
Oh.
Next day, and he was first feeling sad, but then he had this very deep spiritual experience of the dog coming to him as spirit and was dancing on her back legs,
Oh, yeah.
2 legs,
Okay.
and holding, and had the biggest smile.
Yes. Yeah.
Very powerful experience.
Okay.
Another one I joined with, he had 2 dogs that he loved so much, and I was sitting with him and he was talking about his dogs, and I literally could feel the 2 dogs be moving from him into the light, into the spirit. And this guy had such strong calling to be at the monastery, and he couldn't bring. 2 people appeared that wanted his dogs, so he gave them away.
Okay.
So yeah, spirit is very much in collaboration with. So the new owner needs to give something for for the dog. I don't. But
Yeah.
there can be a purpose for.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, sure. Yeah. 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 My only resistance is to selling the dog. I mean, if Maggie were to go to a friend or somebody that she knows really well, or, then I wouldn't have a problem with that. I feel at peace with that.
And we can see what appears.
Yes.
In our community, we practice having no private thoughts. And that is, that is kind of a big practice. Because the ego wants to keep thoughts private. But like we were saying yesterday, only the hidden can terrify, not for what it is, but for its hiddenness.
Maybe I can continue. It's not about dogs, it's about money. Again. Yeah, and about, I think, my self-concept. Now I feel a bit fearful, or comes like I feel a bit my belief in money and what is the meaning for me or for others, or this, maybe it's to continue this theme, money for a dog.
Do you believe it's your money?
Yeah.
You do.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's also a problem if Susan believes it's her dog. It's equally a problem if Susan believes that the dog is her dog.
Interesting. Yeah, because I thought, oh yeah, it's a big difference. Dog or money.
No.
And it's not possible to, if you love your dog to sell it. Okay. And I believe my money is my money. Money is my money. Yeah, and I feel behind it, I'm ashamed. And yeah, it's maybe this theme I shared in the morning about money.
Yeah.
Constipated.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's tough. It makes you constipated.
Yeah.
To be the owner of money.
Yeah. I feel, yeah. But it goes deeper.
Yeah. The Holy Spirit wants all of you. Yeah. And we suffer when we rely on the paper strips. When we rely on the money. We have so much future fear. It's harder for a rich man to enter the kingdom of heaven than for a camel to go through the eye of the needle. And I don't think it's only about money. I think it's ownership in any way. Any kind of ownership shrinks us down, being trapped. If we own a house or believe we own a partner, that's pretty bad. Or owning money, owning a dog, owning a child, owning a family, my family, anything we say my about.
This, it's the ownership of anything in general.
Yeah, if it is left to you, it says. So we want to give ownership back to the Holy Spirit. And it's, it's easy to think of it in terms of relationships. It's saying you need to share. A holy relationship means sharing. Otherwise it's not holy. It doesn't really mean to share bodies, but it means extending. It means the opposite of owning.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like to own another body.
Yeah. Or to own that money. It's guilt and fear and
Eyes in it. My safety, my future.
but that sounds so hard. That sounds so rough to me. That your safety lies in it. Do you want it that way?
Pardon?
Do you want it that way?
I think a part of me, or this ego part, wants it. Wants or holds on to this safety.
Yeah, do you need that part of you?
No.
I didn't think so. Sounds good.
The first question you asked was, do you believe it's yours? And I think that's
That's a key question.
That's the key question.
Yeah.
I think it's mine.
Yeah.
I believe it's mine. That I possess money.
And that's why you feel guilty by receiving money from your parents, too.
Okay.
Because you think it's yours as a person. Anything used,
Okay.
anything we take in personal terms make us guilty.
Okay.
Anything we give to Holy Spirit makes us free. So you can happily give all your money, your body, your job, your life, your house, your child, your everything to the Holy Spirit. And say, now you show me how to use it.
Yeah, okay. Because there's this feeling to be alone with it.
Yeah.
Or that I'm responsible
Yeah.
for.
It makes you very little, and you
Yes.
will have all those layers all around you.
Yeah.
Money, ownership.
Okay, yeah, I
And
thought about it.
You'll be buried underneath it.
And it makes me little.
Yeah. I didn't have a lot of money. Okay, I had very little money, but what I had, I just said, okay, we'll use it, Holy Spirit. But not just the money, I said, the body. This body, this person, Holy Spirit, use it. I don't want it.
Yes, because I believe I own this body as well, that I'm responsible.
But ask, you can make it a sincere, deep prayer to the Holy Spirit. What do you want this body to do? Where do you want it to be? What is for my higher good?
And I see my belief, or this, my belief it's possible to lose something, or I possess something and I can lose it.
How happy is it going to make you to have what you have?
I can lose something, yeah.
Yeah, but if you have it, does it make you happy?
Just to have it?
Yeah.
No.
So it's a weird equation, this fear of losing it. Something that doesn't even make you happy.
Yeah.
To have it doesn't make you happy. To lose it doesn't make you happy. You got a bad deal
crazy,
here.
yeah. What a game. Yeah.
Give it to Holy Spirit, makes you happy.
And
Okay.
that doesn't make that he's going to take it from you, does it? It means he uses it with you.
Oh, pardon. Could you repeat it?
I say, doesn't mean he's going to take it from you. It means he help you how to use it. He
Well,
shows
this
you
is
how to
where
use it.
we are, you know, whatever the Holy Spirit wants, because when you give over the body and the person and the whole being, who cares what happens? You know, you're going to become happy. You're going to become, you know, in purpose. And the Holy Spirit will use everything for the best, for the highest good of the whole. That's all. This little belief in loss, you know, and lack, that's just part of the illusion. That's just what we put on the altar. It's just little fearful beliefs, but
Yeah.
not real.
No, it's not real, and it's now I see. It's maybe even it is in relation to others, so it's the sonship and not others.
Right?
Yeah.
In
So
one mind.
yeah, like our discussion at the dinner table.
Mm.
That if I believe there are others different from me, because I see bodies, I could lose money. I could lose.
Yeah.
I could lose money, although I received money from bodies.
Yeah. So if this game of bodies is real, yeah, it seems to be loss and gain.
Yeah, and that's therefore loss and gain is possible. I believe, and I'm in my self concept.
So with the Holy Spirit, loss is not possible.
Yeah.
And he talks about the valueless. We're going to learn to value less.
Yeah.
And what's valueless is form. Can you think the valuable and the valueless? And
Simply said, you could say something that I don't wanna hear.
Yeah.
An authority, another authority.
yeah, so it is the belief in sacrifice that comes in.
Sacrifice.
Yeah. Believe that you have to give up something. And that somebody outside could make you give it up.
What comes to my mind, or steal it from me? This brother steals from me.
That feels sad.
Yeah.
And it seems to be a very fearful place to have that fear.
Yeah, it's a battleground. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that doesn't sound like the Holy Spirit.
No, that doesn't feel
No.
like the Holy Spirit.
No. I believe in thieves and stealing. So Jesus says you have and you are everything. You have and you are everything. How can that ever be lost? Then? That's why the only way here is guidance, is to feel connected with the Holy Spirit and with the oneness.
Yeah.
Then we can laugh at such fears.
Yeah.
We can look at the idea of investment. What do we have investment in? There is actually a chapter in the course called The Investment in Reality.
Mm. Yeah.
It's a solid investment.
It's a solid.
I once asked you to sell all you have and give to the poor and follow me. This is what I meant. If you have no investment in anything in this world, you can teach the poor where their treasure is. But if you have an investment in something in this world, such as money, such as your money, you're not free to let the Holy Spirit teach through you.
Even, through money or with money.
Yeah, because you're afraid. You have an investment in this world. The poor are merely those who have invested wrongly, and they are poor indeed, because they are in need. It is given you, because they are in need, it is given you to help them, since you are among them. Consider how perfectly your lesson would be learned if you were unwilling to share their poverty. The poverty is lack. There is but one lack, since there is but one need. So it has nothing to do with money, this lack.
Yeah.
So holding on to anything is poverty.
Yeah. I felt it at the dinner table as well. If I have projected this movie out, it's not real, it's not there, it's even these images here. So it's senseless to want or to have a desire for bodies per se, and then the feeling that there is nothing. Is there something? If this is not real. And fear or hopelessness.
I feel you, Dirk.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
We can enjoy this ride.
Yes. Okay. Holy Spirit. Yeah. I need the Spirit. Yeah. I desperately I need the Spirit. And I could say I can't deal with this world, with this dream on my own.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Need help.
Yeah.
Desperately need help. The emergency call.
Emergency call. Not my pride, not my specialness.
No.
Not my skills.
No. Yeah, and it's safe. It's very safe to take the steps.
It's good, okay, that not to for any of my themes or desires or seemingly my these areas in my life to always take the Holy Spirit and take the Spirit in for every question.
Mhm.
And,
Yeah, because there is maybe areas they think are your areas,
Yeah.
such as your money and your job, family, but there are really no areas that are your areas. If you want to be happy.
and it's all the same, so to speak.
Yeah.
Because I divide it up, or
Exactly.
I get
But there is one illusion.
meaning here, that meaning,
Mhm.
my meaning, Holy Spirit. This retreat is Holy Spirit.
Right?
My job not.
Mm-hmm.
So
And we need to give the job over to put the job on the altar.
Yeah.
All the relationships.
all the relationships. Okay.
We want a happy ride, a happy dream, right?
So many threads. So I was just sitting here feeling very grateful for the opportunity today, but also thinking, gosh, it's like every one of these themes that we're discussing at the moment seems to be colliding directly with me. Yeah. This question of stuff that's been hidden, to do with money, what do we own, how do we offer it all to the divine, you know. It's like, wow, it's multiple movements of the foundations at the moment, you know, and I'm not sure quite where I'll lead, but it just feels like something to rest with. But yeah, thanks Pete for checking out that thread and dragging me in. Thank you. I think I've realised that the situation of life is a bit more anxiety laden than I'd realised actually. Listening to everyone talk, I don't think I really knew what anxiety was until relatively recently. And I can sense now there's more of an imperative than I'd realised to change, to progress. I just trust in the next few days that something starts to emerge.
Bring up something more.
Yeah, I said last night, I thought it was, you talked about guilt and shame, and I thought, gosh, I'm not sure I understood that, experienced that, but I think I'm beginning to actually. But it's not guilt about what I've done.
Right.
It's kind of shame about how I think about things right now. It's kind of there's still a kind of degree of dishonesty in me. I can feel it. Not always reveal the truth. I thought I'd kind of rid myself of that, but I can see that I don't. I haven't, and that feels a bit shameful actually. In truth. I think that's the crux for me in this.
Yeah, but you're onto it.
I feel embarrassed even talking about it.
Yeah. I see.
I really realised something earlier. I've never wanted to take money with me out of my situation, and particularly into a new relationship with, where that money would allow me to recreate something in the world, a home and all that. And I realised as you were talking, I always knew that whatever had come for a reason, not just to make myself comfortable in the world, And I just, so I've been a bit kind of constipated with that, in a sense, and that, you know, I should in some ways go into the resources that I generated over the years and take some with me, just to allow me to function, you know. But I've been really stuck with it, you know. I was thinking, and I've never understood it. And then as you talked, I thought, I get it. You know, it's like, it's just there. Whatever resource there is, it's there as an act of, it should be there as an act of service, shouldn't it? Something we can serve with. And I just haven't figured out what that is. But it isn't to build myself a nice comfy house. And, you know,
Yeah, that's what I
eating all
realized.
this
Yeah.
stuff.
I felt the same. I felt like everything has to be used for awakening.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I'm not interested. I'm not in unless it's used for the highest good of the whole. How can we, what is that, God? What does that look like here, now? What does that look like? You know, and the Spirit can guide that. There is, you know, we don't have to put it on a pile, save it in an account, make ourselves more comfortable. We will feel this, you know, disgust, actually. Anxiety.
Just create one set of anxious conditions rather than another one.
Yeah, so we need to ask Spirit, what is the highest good of the whole? How do you want to use it, Spirit? What do you want to use it for? I'd say it's for the awakening of the sonship. It's for the healing of God's Son, you know, which is us and all our brothers, and you know, and if we let the Holy Spirit guide it, it's gonna glorify our consciousness, our mind, our experience, you know, and we want to use our whole mind for that, our whole being, our bodies, everything we possess. Everything we believe we possess. Otherwise, there is guilt. Otherwise, there will be guilt. Yeah. And by allowing that, we have clarity. We feel a clear mind. We feel a clear direction because we're no longer trying to get something for ourselves or even for our special relationships. You know, we even need to give over our special relationships, our families, and so-called significant others, partners.
Significant others.
I've hardly ever said that word.
It's cool. I learn it. Significant others.
A strange term.
Yes, it's cool.
Others. Who are those significant others?
Some are significant, some are insignificant.
Yeah,
Some people call it the better half, which sounds ridiculous.
yeah.
Like two halves and one is better. And we have been receiving a few donations. We are, Holy Spirit is guiding us to set up a house in Spain for community